Hello friends, I am Dr. N.B. Hulle from GH Raisoni Institute of Engineering and Technology, and in this video we will try to understand the elements of the VHDL language, which includes objects, operators, aggregates and attributes. We will discuss each one by one. To begin with, the objects. VHDL supports objects with variety of data types. We are going to understand the different data types as we will go to the next slide. The objects are used to represent and store the data in the system being described in the VHDL code. For example, the objects may be the constant, may be signal, may be variable or may be file. These are the four types of the objects available in the VHDL programming. As I have discussed, signal is one object, variable, constant and file. These are the four objects available in the VHDL programming. How it is? The name given to the object, sometimes name given to the port is also known as identifier. Means suppose signal. This can be defined in this particular way. It starts with the standard reserved word signal followed by this name of the signal. And this name of the signal is the name of the object, which is nothing but the identifier, that is user defined parameter. It may be the count, it may be the CNT, it may be the CN, whatever the user want to use, that can be used as an identifier, means name given to that particular object. Maybe to the signal, maybe to the variable, maybe to the constant, maybe to the file, that is nothing but the identifier. Reserved words cannot be used as identifier, as we have discussed in the previous discussions also. Each object has its type, its class, as shown in the following figure. The class indicates how the object is used in the model and what can be done with the object. That is the class of the object. Class of the object is nothing but signal, variable, constant, file. These are the four classes of the objects. Similarly, the type indicates what type of the data the object contains. This type indicates data type of the object. Maybe the integer, real, enumerated, or so many data types are there. I will discuss in the next slide related to the data type of the objects. Object contains a value of a specific type. As I mentioned above, in this particular example, if I am taking the example of the signal followed by the name of the signal, colon, followed by its data type. The object signal named count holds the integer value. Means this signal named as a count holds the integer values and so on. Before going into the detailed discussion of the objects, first I will discuss about the data types. And after knowing the data types, then it is easy for us to understand how the signal is used in the program, how the variable is used in the program, how the constant is used, and what we can do with the file. That kind of the discussion we can continue with this. To begin with, object data types. The set of the values that each object can hold is specified its data type. And VHDL supports following data types. The data types are divided into main three categories, that is scalar, composite and access. The scalar is again divided into four different sub data types, that is integer, real, enumerated and physical. Whereas composite data type is divided into the two groups, one is the array and another is a record. And finally, this last data type is nothing but the access. This last data type is the access, and this is the syntax. For example, for signal, it is shown signal, count and integer, and right now we are discussing about this part, which is nothing but data type of each object. Object may be the signal, may be the variable, may be the constant or may be the file. What should be its data type, that we are trying to discuss. I will start the discussion with the first data type, which is nothing but the integer. Now in this case, integer, this is data type. The range of the integers in the VHDL program is this value to plus this value, minus this value to the plus this value. That is the range. And how it can be defined? here I have started for the variable, or I have considered the data type as an integer, but this object is nothing but variable, that is class of the object. Variable xyz, these are the three variables, and its data type is the integer. In that way, for example, architecture, this is name of the architecture of, this is name of the entity is begin process AB variable. We have defined this variable xyz as an integer. This is begin and this is the end of the program or end of the process, and finally this is end of the architecture. Now here, in case of the variable, this operator is known as an assignment operator, whereas the same operator in the concurrent statement will become something like this. Now in this case, x is assigned as 100. This 100 belongs in this range or in this category, that's why it is correct. This y is minus 145, it belongs in this particular range, that's why it is also correct. But z is assigned as, here assignment operator is missing, one thing, and other is it is 21.0 or 21.0, and this 21.0 is not in this particular range, it is a real value. So this is the wrong statement in the VSDL. This here I want to say here how this integer can be used in the VSDL program. This data type of the integer can be used in the VSDL program, that we are trying to understand. Similarly, if I will go to the next data type, which is nothing but the real. Range of the real values in the VSDL is minus 1.0 into 10 raised to power of 38 to plus 1.0 10 raised to power of 38. This is the range of the data type in the VSDL, that is for the real values. Now again here I have tried to define variable xyzp and its data type is the real. In this case, architecture test of real test real is begin AB variable. These are the four variables I have used in the program. This is x is assigned as x is assigned as 10.0, this is correct. This y is assigned as minus 1.45, it is correct because these two values belongs to this particular range. Here the assignment operator is missing, that is z is assigned as, this should be the assignment operator in the for the variables. This is assignment operator, and this is 1000 is does not belongs to this particular range because the radix point is missing in this case, that is 1000.0 may be the correct value if assignment operator is the correct, otherwise it is the wrong value. Similarly, p is assigned as 100 nanosecond. This nanosecond is again not the unit which we can define, but here 100 is again not belongs to this range because it belongs to the integer category. That's why it is also the wrong statement, and this is the end of the process. These are the discussions about this real data type. Similarly, if we will proceed further and we will come to the next data type, which is nothing but the enumerated. The enumerated data type is nothing but user specification list of the possible values. Means user specifies the list of the possible values, and based on that it can be assigned to that particular program. Means how it is? The type, this type is declaration, that is type is one declaration which is used. Type key condition is on and off. User has defined the two conditions for this key condition identifier. This is user defined parameter. Type is the reserved word. Key condition is user. This is name given to that particular object, or maybe the name given to that particular data type. This is key condition is a data type name, and it has the two possible values only, on and off. Is it right? We can define any value as per the user requirement. User can define any value to this particular enumerated data type. The process AB variable xy, and these two variables belongs to the key condition data type, which is defined by the user as and off. Means x is assigned as on, it is correct. X is assigned as off, it is also correct. But if only on is defined and this off is not defined, then y is assigned as off. This will become the incorrect statement. Otherwise, it will be the correct statement. Are you getting me? And this is end of the process. Means whenever user wants to define some data types or some values In that particular case, we can use the enumerated data type, and that data type can be used for variety of the applications. As I will go in detail related to the VHDL programming, we will discuss about this enumerated data type, how it can be used. The next data type is the physical data type. It belongs to the physical parameters and requires the associated unit. Range must be specified, and time is the only physical data type defined in the VHDL. Means time is the physical data type. Its definition is available in the VHDL. No need of this kind of the definition is required for the time. But apart from the time, other physical parameters that should be defined by using this physical data type. How it is? Its declaration is in this particular format, and it comes under the declaration again. Type, this is user defined parameter. Resistance is range 0 to this particular value. Is it right? And it has a units, ohm, kilo ohm, mega ohm, and this is end of the unit. This is start of the units and this is end of the unit. This double hyphen means it is a comment. This OHM stands for ohm, this KOHM stands for, these are the comments for the programmer. Is it right? 1 kilo ohm and so on. Now how it can be defined? Architecture test physical is begin, process A comma B. These are the variables which is defined under this data type category, and data type category is the physical, and in the physical user has defined this data type as a resistance. Which X is assigned as a 10 ohm, Y is assigned as 5 kilo ohm, and Z is assigned as 1 mega ohm. These are the three correct statements because we have defined ohm, kilo ohm and mega ohm in the units category, and that is nothing but the declaration or defining of the physical data type which is used in the VHDL program. Means in this case what happens? The object variables named as x, y, z, means these are the three variables, holds resistance value or user defined as a resistance value. Means user has defined or we have defined this parameter. This resistance is one of the data type defined by the user, and this comes under the physical category. Similarly, the array. Array is the data type used to group the elements of the same type into the single VHDL object defined by the user. Sometimes we are using the bus. That bus may be the 8-bit. This bus may be the 8-bit. And we have the similar parameters. And grouping of such similar parameters can be done under this array kind of the approach or array kind of the data category. The range may be unconstrained in the declaration. The range would be constrained when used as an array. Means user can define the range or it can be omitted. That depends on the user. Now how it is? In this case, it comes under again declaration part. This is type is reserved, data type is user defined. Is array is reserved again. This is also reserved. 0 to 63 of STD logic is what we have. We have an array which consists of 64 digits in the parallel, starting from 0 and it will go to the up to 63, and size of each bit, size of each location is STD logic, means single bit. If it is defined as STD logic vector 7 down to 0, STD logic vector 7 down to 0, means in that particular size of each location will be the 8-bit. If it is defined as STD logic only, then size of each location is 1 bit only. Means in this way or in this array consists of the 64 locations and each location of the single bit. Otherwise, it can be defined as STD underscore logic underscore vector. In that particular case, whatever the range of the vector is given, that will be the size of each location. Is it right? In this way, begin process variable X, its data type is data bus, because data bus is defined under this category. This Y is data bus, that is variable y std underscore logic begin. This y is assigned a x of 63 and y gets the value of the index 63, means whatever we have the 63rd location, that value of this bus will be placed in this particular variable which is nothing but y. Y is another variable. Variable x is a data bus and which is nothing but 64 bit. Out of that 64 bit, variable y is another variable defined, and out of that 64 values, the last value or MSB value, which is the 63, is placed or assigned to this y. That is this approach. Means it is nothing but array is user defined kind, and it can be defined under the type declaration. Whenever we will define or user defines different data types, it should comes under the declaration, and that declaration should be of the type category, and that should be before the begin of the architecture. This should be declared under this user declaration parameter. The type data bus is an array, that is 630 of the std logic, and its definition is just reverse of this. It is 0 to 63, it may be 63 down to 0, that can be done, and it holds the similar value. Means this is the thing which is used in the defining the different data type which comes under this particular category is the array. This is the another data type which is nothing but the records. These records are used to group the elements of possibly different types. If the elements of the similar types are there, in that particular case we will use array. But whenever we want to combine the elements of the different category, different types, in that particular case we will use the records into single VHDL object defined by the user. The elements are indexed by the field names. Now here in this case we are using the two declarations. Just try to understand. Type key condition is on and off. Means here we are defining this under enumerated data types. But here which switch and what is the condition of that switch, that can be defined under the records. Means switch, this is type, switch info is record status key condition. Status means key condition, it may be the on or off. ID number, it is integer. Means switch number indirectly, and it is defined under the integer category. Means here in this case we are using the two different data types together. One is the user defined enumerated data type key condition, and another is the ID number which is of the integer category. Means here user defined, and that is enumerated data type, and integer, this we are combining the two different types, and this comes under the records in the VHDL program. Now how is the program for this? Process AB variable switch info begin switch on switch ID number 30. Means ID number 30 is on, that I mean to say, means in this way that records can be used because we are combining the two different types into single VHDL code. In such cases we will use the record. Means what? Here switch, variable switch and switch info, we are interested in the switch info. We are interested in the switch info. In that particular case, object variable named as a switch holds record user defined as a switch info. Means it will consist of the two values, the switch condition and the number of the switch. Means in this case switch number 30 is in the on condition, or maybe switch number 5 is in the off condition. That kind of the data comes under the category of the records. And finally we have the last data type which is nothing but the access. It is analogous to the pointers in other VHDL language, allows the dynamic allocation of the storage, useful for implementation of the queues and FIFOs. When I will go to the FIFOs, in that particular case we will discuss more about this access data type. For this particular video I will stop here with the data types itself. Thank you.